Me because my hair is standing straight up. I haven't done it before yet.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Thursday morning chat. Gregory, I think we're recording, correct?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so Thursday mornings we do business chat. We share business stories, business questions, whatever else. So, honey, did you want to lead off with a few things?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So good morning, everyone. Rob and I are taking a little time out, actually. We're going to be getting on an airplane here this afternoon, flying down to Florida. And Connie Lucas is having a small gathering with some of her team and her sponsor, who's an old friend of mine from decades ago, Harris Williams. And so we're having a little team gathering down there. And as you know, the COVID situation begins to lift. You know, Florida is one of the most liberal states, thank God, that along with Montana, that so we're going to be gathering outside and, you know, doing, you know, a little bit of training. And so I just want to let everybody know there won't be a live training call on Saturday. So I apologize for that, but there's plenty of replays and plenty of juicy stuff and nitty gritty that people can plug into. I think, you know, the purpose of these calls on Thursday is to kind of share business tips and tidbits, Q&A. And we came up with something on our director's call yesterday, and every Wednesday morning at this time on a different line. So don't bother trying to find us. We have a director's call, and always interesting stuff comes up. And what came up yesterday, thanks to Connie Lucas. I don't know if Connie's on the phone or not with us. I think she's as she would say, behind the chair today. She owns a salon and she works in her business several days a week. You know, they're trying to get the bugs out of the preferred customer program. It's kind of a complicated program. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with that old program, Whack-A-Mole. You push one down here and one goes up there. Well, as they're fine tuning and trying to correct things, sometimes it messes things up. And what we finally realized is that they had changed things so you could enroll a new preferred customer and you could place their first order through the shopping cart, and then their next order would be set for 30 days. And that sounds good, but it was causing problems because the system was set to give the points and the free samples with auto ship orders or subscription orders. And if they signed up for auto ship, but it didn't start until next month, they didn't get points for that first order, and they didn't get a sample in the first order. So they went in and they kind of jerry-rigged it. So now if you do that, they'll get samples for the first order, but they won't get their points. So here's the workaround. The workaround is start all customers with a subscription order. And so you go in, sign them up for subscription and set it for the next day, because when you enroll them on subscription, it's going to ask you to set the day, and just set it for tomorrow. So their subscription order will start tomorrow. They'll get their points and they'll get their free sample. And then if they want to order additional things, can go back into the shopping cart. And Robin, I don't want to mess this up, and you're much more experienced at this than I am. Do you want to take over from here and clarify anything I might have said?
You're doing great.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, so if they want additional products over and above their subscription order, then you can go back in and place that order in addition to it. So we just want to make sure that the first order, that their auto ship is set for tomorrow. And I don't know why you can't set it for today, but probably because today's already in process. But you set their auto ship for tomorrow, and everything should be fine. They should get their points every month, and they should get their free products every month.
Good job, honey.
Good.
Yeah. So the key distinction is the very first order is the membership only, and then you place the order for what products they want to be. And when you pick the ship date, it's the next day after the original 1995. And they will be getting this figured out. So just be patient. They know where the problem is. They're working on the solution with IT. So it's coming together.
So,
thank goodness.
So
And
if
Mary-
you have
Mary's got-
anybody that you've put on any of your customers, your preferred customers, and you didn't do that and they missed out on their points and possibly their free product, it's programmed now that they should get their free product, but for a while they weren't getting their points or their free product. If you call customer service, they will correct it for you and they will add the points and they will send them the free product that they missed out on.
And we've got two people with their hands up.
Yeah.
That means you must have questions. So I think you need to unmute.
Yeah. So just
And-
go ahead, Mary Page. I think you're first.
Okay,
Go ahead.
if we place an auto ship order to start tomorrow and we want additional products, can they come in the same order? Do we need to talk with customer service about that?
Sure, they can come in the same order. And what you want to do is make sure it's really clear what you're setting up for the monthly subscription. And you can go in and change that anytime.
So you just pay
So
shipping.
order
on
whatever it is
order?
you want. Yeah, great.
You may want to explain that once more, Robin, how to do that.
Yeah, so the very first order is the membership. Then the next order to be shipped the next day and call this your monthly subscription is whatever
Robin,
you
hold on
want.
a second. I'm going to mute everybody. And so
Yeah, we got a bunch of noise.
we're getting a little bit of background noise. So, so go ahead and Robin, you have to unmute yourself, and Connie, you may want to unmute yourself because we're having a discussion today with everybody that we had yesterday on the director's call about the workaround and starting everybody with the subscription order. So go ahead, Robin, and explain how they can add additional products to that subscription order.
Yeah, so, and Connie, back me up, my dear. Make sure I'm on track. So the very first order is the membership. Then the next order is whatever you want to order, and you set up the monthly subscription and have it shipped immediately, like the next day. Different than the 1995. And you can change your monthly subscription anytime. Okay, so Connie, how are we doing?
And
You
the-
got it. It's super noisy. I'm at the airport, so but
Oh.
you got it. You got it.
Okay. And we're coming to see you. So isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, we
Okay.
told everybody we're going down to rendezvous with Connie and Harris in Florida today. So how fun is that?
So it's an absolute high priority for the company to make it as easy as possible. They have some IT challenges that they're working through and adjusting. So it's just going to get better and better and better. And what I was thinking about last night, I'm working on a leadership talk, is that, influence comes from, things that you have control of, and giving feedback to the company is something you do have control of. And Connie has been masterful at identifying exactly what's going on and what needs to happen. And she's been working with the global director of customer service and the chief sales officer, and they're getting it fixed. And so God bless you, Connie, for all of your amazing support, because you've got a lot of customers and it makes it quite challenging when you have a lot of customers. Sarah's going, yep. Yeah, so we got a few more hands up. So Sarah, why don't you go? Unmute your line.
Okay, I actually have two questions. The first question is, what is the significance of the kits for the PCs? I haven't quite worked out how to get someone on a kit, and if there's any advantage to doing that rather than them just doing an order.
There's a price savings. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Let me address
my-
that also. They haven't been very successful. They're probably going to go away.
Oh,
And
okay.
and I think they cause a little bit more confusion than benefit. They are considering getting some quantity discounts to customers to encourage them to buy more, but I'm pretty sure the kits are going to go away within the next couple of months.
Oh,
But,
okay.
they're okay now, but correct me if I'm wrong, Connie and Robin, the kit is not an auto ship order. So you'd want to put them on an auto ship order first, then add the kit.
I
correct?
see.
And like Gregory said, the kits have caused massive confusion because they don't show up right away and then they do, and it's just been, so.
Yeah.
We suggested and I think they also realize they're gonna let go of those. So don't get too caught up in the kits.
But there is some
Okay.
financial savings. You
Yeah.
know, if somebody's
All
got a big family and they want to stock up, they set their initial auto ship, then they can go back in, buy one of the kits. It's perfectly a good strategy.
Okay, good. And the other question I have is about, I have not been able to tell my PCs how to get onto their websites, and I have not been able to get on them either. So
Okay.
is there a way to do that?
Absolutely. When you sign them up, you gave them a username and password. So they go to their back office just like we do, although theirs looks different. So you go to lifewave.com, put their username and password in, and their back office will show up where they can make adjustments to their orders. They can make additional orders. They can, change other data and things. So it just looks different, but it's the same login.
So
Different
they don't go to, do they go to back office .lifewave.com / their username?
No.
No.
They go to
Oh.
lifewave.com and log in and put their username and password.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Okay.
That's what, thank you so much.
You're
Good
welcome.
question.
Great. And Connie, jump in anytime. And I
Good
think
morning,
Zena's
Gina.
got her hand up.
Yes, yeah, no, I called yesterday because I had one customer earlier in the week that had bought the package, right? Rather like a silver pack. And then of course their auto ship went out a month, that kind of thing. And what they told me was that next month when they get their first auto ship, they're not going to get any samples because they're getting it with their silver pack. And then as we already know, the silver pack doesn't give them any loyalty points or anything like that. So I think I have to make sure I follow up next month still because of that, making sure that the month after that the samples get back in there again. That's what they told me anyway.
You might want to send that information, that customer number and everything to us, Zena, so we could follow through that, because that was not the understanding we had. Understanding we had is the samples would start with that first order and continue with the second order and beyond. So
Yeah, I tried to explain that to them, but it didn't go over very well.
yeah, well, why don't you send
I think it's
customer
because it's the
information?
pack.
Go ahead.
Gregory, I think it's because it's those kits and it's a first order step. It's not an auto ship order. And if you don't have an auto ship order, it will not generate loyalty points and it will not start kind of your program. So those packs are creating a lot of confusion, let's just say. The other piece might be too, when you're talking to your customers, if we found, a lot of my leaders found that if we were more vague, it might help. Because, just tell them, hey, you're going to get great bonus points and you're going to get some samples and it's going to be awesome and free product at the end. Don't tell them exactly what they're getting and they don't ever know. They're just happy they're getting free stuff and money back. So the more vague you keep the description, when you talk to them, the better off you are until this program is nailed down.
I agree with Connie. I just say there's wonderful loyalty bonuses. I keep it really simple and they are figuring this out and they know it's an absolute priority. So Ryan's even going down to Exigo to work with the back office provider. So we'll get it figured out, and thanks for your patience, everyone. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, they actually have set up a focus group at corporate to really dig in and find out exactly the high points. This was a beta test program, and it's been in beta test longer than anybody expected because they want to roll it out globally, but they can't roll it out globally when we're having so much problem in Canada and America and USA. So it's a high priority for the company because, we want to encourage customers. We want to be a customer-centric business. We want to make it rewarding for the customers, rewarding for the distributors that enroll the customers. And we want the customers to be delighted and stay on the program. So it's a huge priority for the company. So, and one of the challenges we have is the good news is the company's growing at 10 to 12% a month for the last 2 years solid. The company's been growing at 10, 12% per month. most companies be glad to grow 10 or 12% a year. We're growing 10 to 12% a month. So they're adding staff as quickly as they can. And some of the new staff don't have it all straight. They're adding systems. So when questions come in, there'll be uniform answers to the questions. I know many of us have experienced getting conflicting information from an old staff member or an experienced staff member. I shouldn't say old because they might be young, but an experienced staff member and a brand new one. And that's just the nature of life and business. So some of the growing pains, but we're blessed to be with a company that's exploding, And how many saw David's talk yesterday about Eon?
Isn't that
I will
great?
never go without my Eon ever again. That's for sure after listening to that call last night. But any further questions about this subject we're having on? I want everybody to be clear about the PC program, any questions you might have. And then we can move on to some other stuff.
I would just like to ask corporate, is that okay that I speak?
Yes, go right ahead, please.
I would like to ask corporate to make a change in the PC program that they can upgrade to a distributor anytime, if that's possible.
Amen. One
Amen.
button upgrade. Click. Voila, you're a distributor. They know that. That's the goal. It's a path of least resistance to make an easy, progressive, pathway from, preferred customer to distributor, and onward. So yes, that definitely is in the works. And actually right now they're doing a staff hunt. They're looking for a webmaster, someone who has expertise in all aspects of technology that understands network marketing. And that's a critical role for the company. We've got an IT department, but we don't have someone that really has the vision, for where it should go. They're good at doing stuff, creating stuff, but we need the architect, the webmaster. So that's an active search is currently going on. And we actually had a chat yesterday with Ryan, our chief sales officer, and Robin complimented them on what a great job they're doing hiring people like him. And she inquired, who's finding these people? And they have an executive search firm specializing in network marketing executives that they're working with. So, we're staffing up, we're going to go to 1 billion together.
With your help, by the
With
way.
your help.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Anyone else have questions or comments?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can. Who's this?
Oh, awesome. Michael Olstead from Oregon.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
Hey, I had just one suggestion. And it's always been kind of my little pet peeve about a lot of network marketing companies. When you're ordering product and you're on the product page, even as a distributor,
Uh-huh.
it would be nice if they just had a little thing that says add to cart. So you don't have to go back and forth from the cart back to the products. So you just keep adding things in and out of the cart.
Great.
Mhm.
Would you write that up, please, and send it to me?
Yeah.
And, you can all forward yourself to customer service at lifewave.com and say suggestion, and they'll forward it.
Okay.
And copy us, and we'll I totally agree with you, Michael. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
if you're
Or
ordering-
send it to
I
us.
was placing orders yesterday and
Yeah.
going back and
Or
forth.
just send it
and back and forth.
directly to us because, we got a louder voice for right now. So you get to where
Yeah,
we are.
it's nice. I just want to continue to encourage everyone. We're building to 1 billion together, which is the best people to give input are people that are on the front line, and that's all of
Mhm.
us. And like
Right.
Gregory said, we have a very big voice. They hear a lot from us. So it's great to hear from you guys too. And that's how the company gets better and better is your input.
Yeah.
Those little things they may not realize, unless they hear from us.
So you need to know, Robin and I have an alter ego. To you guys, we're the dynamic duo. To the company, we're double trouble. Because we're certainly the
love it.
voice for all of you.
Okay, I have another question. If a distributor has started out with, say, a bronze and they order another package or another sleeve of something later on in the month, Is that added so that it could be added up into a silver, or do you have to make them
No,
jump all at once?
no, shopping cart orders do not add towards your promotion to the next rank. You have to use the upgrades for that.
Okay.
I'm hoping that too is up for discussion and change.
Now you're echoing, honey.
Now I'm echoing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, talk
But-
again. I think it's
Mary
better.
Page, we're hoping that, in the future, sometime this year, there will be an alternative path that instead of buying a $299 silver pack, you could buy $299 worth of product and get silver qualification. So that's been a request for quite a while, and I know that that will happen someday. Don't hold your breath, and I haven't made any commitment on when. So then you could build your way to the next, position.
That's unfolding. And there's a few comments in the chat section I just want to mention. Davis Talk was awesome. This is from Anne Marie. I sent some prospects to watch it, and they'll be enrolling this week as a result of David's Eon webinar. A hot tip, everybody, share those David webinars. There's no promotion of the business. It's just purely about the product. And then Ravel had a question about how the points count, and I responded to her. When you have a customer, whether it's retail or preferred customer, whatever they order counts as your personal volume. It does not go into the tree. If you have a distributor and they order, it is counted as business volume and goes in your binary tree where they're located. So I hope that's clear for everybody. You can keep yourself active with customer volume. I mean, someone like Connie and John and Sarah and Gayla, tons of customers, and they don't ever need to purchase, but they want to because they like the products. But just know it keeps your account active.
And
Great.
I'll just comment on last night's or yesterday. You might have watched it midday or in the evening. If you didn't, watch it. If you did, watch it again. But it was like the 10th anniversary of the launch of Eon, and David brought out his PowerPoint from 2011.
10 years ago. 10 years ago.
When they launched Eon, and it was just as crisp and clear. And I mean, the company had it together from a scientific standpoint way back then also, as they do now. And the operations is trying to catch up with David's genius. Okay. So it's hard to do. But I'm glad, who was it that sent that to somebody? Ravel. Anybody who watches that is going to want Eon. And I think by the end of that, I think everybody's probably, and I think Emily said at the end, I'm never going to go out with the X30 without X39 and Eon. So it's the next logical. It was the favorite product until the launch of X39.
Let me tell the Dr. Jones story because it's such an amazing story. Eon had just come out, and Dr. Joan and Dr. Nicholas were in Costa Rica, and she has thick blood and developed a blood clot in her lung. And she was in the hospital in Costa Rica, and Dr. Nicholas had a baggie of Eon patches. And while she's having a sonogram, he's waving the Eon patches over her lung. They're watching in the sonogram that the blood clot dissolved. I know, isn't that amazing?
No medical claims being made here, but
No medical
miracles do
claims,
happen.
but that's what happened. Eon does so many things. I mean, and when you listen to David talk about it, he can't even tell you all that it does, but just know that it does a lot of things, and it's something that does contribute to the age reversal process also, and he explained it beautifully yesterday.
One of
Great.
the things he talked about is how it interferes with the stress inflammation response curve. When we're under stress, physical, mental, emotional stress, it does cause inflammation. And Eon calms stress and minimizes inflammation. So, and those are two, I mean, stress and inflammation are probably the number one killer, the number one driving force of accelerated aging. And so, Eon was specifically designed to interfere with that stress inflammation cycle and calm everything down.
Great.
So any other thoughts or questions anybody has? We're a little bit past our 20-minute mark, coming up on the 30-minute.
Oh, there's one more thing. We have 30 minutes of wisdom tomorrow.
Woohoo! Oh, yeah.
Yes. From the East Coast. I'm echoing again. Dr. Steve
Probably.
Feldman's going to be on with us. And he has a fascinating background as a chiropractor, and then he became a hypnotist.
And Robin, why don't you try muting and then unmuting yourself, see if it stops the echo.
Okay, how's that?
That
Good
works.
job. Okay, so Dr. Steve Taubman's going to be on, and he's going to be talking about mental toughness, and he's got amazing resources on his website, SteveTaubman.com, TAUBMAN. And we're going to have fun tomorrow. So he also teaches mindfulness. He's written many different books that are fabulous. He's changed my life. So I love that I get to share them with you.
Mhm.
Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific on Live Younger Zoom. 30 minutes of wisdom. You guys like that program? I don't see anyone shaking their heads. Let's see.
Hey, Robin,
like
can
it?
you hear me?
Yes, we can.
We love it. We love it. Thank you. What a great call today, too.
Who was that?
Find Dr.
Good.
Dr.
Where do I find David's recorded webinar from yesterday?
Okay, so it's on the Facebook Live, but Zena said she tried to open it up and wasn't able to. It's typically there if you go to the LifeWave Business Builders Facebook group, and you can find it there. And if it's not able to open, Ravel's usually the quickest one to find the YouTube. It'll be out on the YouTube channel very soon, which is LifeWave Health is LifeWave's corporate YouTube channel. And there's another good to know if you want to access all of the LifeWave Connects. If you go to the LifeWave YouTube channel and put in LifeWave Connect, you're going to find all the LifeWave Connects. So we're going to just keep helping everyone. And Judy, God bless her. I bless her every single day, multiple times a day for nitty gritty. And there's a few of David's interviews that Onyx did, and they're up in our Facebook group. And they're also in the guide section under David Schmidt. So eventually we'll put the Eon one there also, and it'll probably show up on nittygritty101.com. So there's lots of places to get things.
So
Okay?
LifeWave Builders is in Facebook. Is that where it is?
LifeWave Business Builders is the corporate Facebook group for business people. Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it
No.
was on their Facebook Live, but Zena said she tried to open it up and was unsuccessful. So we may have to wait a few days until it comes out in the YouTube. That will be on the YouTube channel, and we'll make sure to post it in Live Younger. Connie, you got a question? Someone say something? You're muted.
Yes, so somebody mentioned to send a couple of David webinars to prospects and people who are about to sign up, and I'm wondering which webinars those were. Were they the Onyx webinars or they were something else?
Oh, Anne Marie said she shared yesterday's Eon webinar with a prospect. And so I would say you want to pick the ones that fit for those people. So there's lots of them. And, you know, a shortened version is to go to Nitty Gritty 101 into the useful resources. You'll see a lot of them, not all of them, or the LifeWave YouTube channel. So you want to give people the information that's a fit for them. You know, Eon's a fit for everybody, I think.
So those of you that are online, you can see I just brought up Nitty Gritty 101 and .com. And if you go to the distributor section here and scroll down to useful resources and scroll down a bit to where it says David Schmidt trainings. And there's a link here that to connect to all of the webinars from David. And I think that was updated yesterday. I'm just going to click on it and see what we've got. And there's January. So we've got a lot of them, but the last one from David looks like it's, looks like they're not in order because here's January, September.
Ravel did put the link on there. in our chat section. It's already
Okay.
available. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, Ravel's like on it, you know?
Okay.
Hey, Robin, I'm not on the Zoom. I'm on the phone. Can you tell me what that link is?
Oh, it's too much to say on the phone. It's in the
Okay, is
chat. If you can get to the chat section from your phone and click on the link or go to the, I guess, Ravel, did you find that in the LifeWave YouTube channel? Ravel, where are you? Okay.
Or maybe she could put it in our young, yeah, right?
Yeah,
Live
yeah, well,
younger.
it's close. Yeah.
Live younger over, just she could post it up in there at our group. That'd be great.
So it looks like it's at LifeWave Health, which is on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and search for LifeWave Health, and it looks like it's the product. Is it this first product video? Let's click on it and see.
That's X39, honey.
Oh, so I'm not sure where that.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
I think Judy usually puts it in what's new, the latest things. So she'll probably do that today. And so that's my go-to place, to go to nittygritty101.com and then go to what's new. And then usually the links are there. And that's the simplest way to get onto something.
Oh, look, you're exactly right. Here she's got the energy enhancer sale, and that's David's about the energy enhancer talk
Yeah,
is there. So
it usually takes a few days for the new YouTube to go up. Ravel did post, and I'm going to click on her link and see if that link takes us to yesterday, and she had to go to a meeting. So I'm going to click on this link and see if
You
No.
may have already heard about
Okay,
LifeWave
no.
wearable technology,
Ah.
wafer-thin, lightweight patches that
no, it takes to the YouTube channel. Okay, so it'll be there soon, everybody.
yeah, sorry for the confusion, but as soon as we find it, we'll post it in our Live Younger
just simply
Facebook
love
group.
this technology already and enjoy seeing it work fast. We've brought you to a quiet farm
Ah.
in Southern California to witness the
Yeah, that's the
instant
horses. That's the horse one.
Sorry. Technology. Okay.
We're trying to simplify, how to find stuff. So it's getting better, but we have such an abundance, the company is really prolific and, prolific and scientific. How about that?
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Greg, with any
Need to be a friend of
consolation,
the call here.
I stumped chat with that same question. I mean, support. So
Okay.
they don't,
So we don't have to feel bad. We're in good company.
you don't feel bad at all. Support was lost.
Yeah. Yeah. But as soon as we find it, we'll post it in our Live Younger Facebook group. So it's out for everybody.
Robin,
Yes.
hey, it's Anne Marie, I was just gonna say for the link yesterday for prospects, I knew that the prospect couldn't go to a back office and register through the event tab because they're not, a customer or distributor yet. So I called home office yesterday morning to ask how could I get prospects to watch it? And Spencer sent me a link, and that link allowed them to just go straight in without registering.
Great.
It was great.
Great. Hot
That's
tip.
really smart. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll have to work on perfecting that and communicating that for David's next product, once a month. So they do LifeWave Connect every other week, and it's business and product. So this is a product week. In 2 weeks, it'll be business. And oh, by the way, announcement. In 2 weeks, LifeWave Connect is going to be none other than my beloved and yours, Robin Blank Mascari. Featured speaker on the Corporate Connect. Yeah. So
All
and
right.
their subject is going to be leadership, talking about
Wow,
Yeah,
wonderful.
beautiful.
That's great.
Honey, it's
Great.
time to go.
It is time to go. We still have bags to pack and a plane
Thank you,
to catch.
everybody.
See y'all.
Okay.
Love y'all.
And
And we'll-
remember, tomorrow is 30 minutes of wisdom and no Saturday training. Okay? Got it? Let your people know. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Have a good day.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Great.